I was a political science major at the school down the road, and I took a class from a professor named Jerry Huff, who was a legend. And in particular, he was a Sovietologist. And I took a class on, I forget what it was titled, but it was something like Kremlinology. And he was a Kremlinologist, but I was able to take the class. So I graduated from college in 1990. I took this class my senior year. And so it was right as the Berlin Wall was coming down, and there were tremendous changes happening in the Soviet Union that ultimately led to its dissolution. And what was so fascinating about taking the class from Professor Huff is that not only did he have this deep base of historical knowledge and context, but he could also comment in real time about what was happening in Moscow, and in fact was routinely on CNN while we were during the semester. Gorbachev came to Washington, and Professor Huff was on CNN talking about the order in which the top Soviet officials came off the plane behind Gorbachev, and talking about the meaning of that, the symbolism of the order in which they walked off the plane. And so he was a fascinating professor to learn from, particularly at that point in time. And it really gave me an appreciation for how an academic could marry both really deep, broad academic knowledge with applied current day news, developments that were happening in real time, and synthesize that for a really powerful educational experience for the students. I don't in any way mean to compare myself either to Jerry Huff or to any true academic, but I did have the opportunity to teach a public policy class. I mentioned the class I taught in the econ department at Duke. That was a real estate finance class, but I had the chance to teach a public budgeting class to masters in public policy students at the public policy at Duke for the last few years. And what I tried to do in that class was the same thing that I thought was so compelling from Jerry Huff, which was marry the academic grounding with a lot of practical experience as I had lived it as state budget director. And I used the state budget as the foundation for the class, and tried to keep bringing the academic principles back to particular decisions that are made in the development of the state budget, and vice versa. And that was hopefully worthwhile for the students in the class. And while I say I've been really tried to make clear that in no way makes me an academic, it certainly gave me a deeper appreciation for what academics do and how important their role is here at Carolina, at Duke, and at every other institution of higher education.